Afternoon tea with Woody, bruv. Welcome. New episode, new sort of section of Woody's life happening with brand. So this is my idea. I've been working on it a little bit to do sort of a podcast with some amazing people from the community, from the world, from wherever, and sort of do some demonstrations, show what some terps are about. Dude, it's like my dream. This is the greatest day of my life right here. I'm going to mess about with food and terps. I'm going to mess about with shrooms. I've got the boys. I've got Geshe, my G.
Nice one.
I've got Leon.
Yes, bro. Nice to meet you.
Other side, man. The shop, the greatest shop in London, bruv. I watch you on Instagram. I see the parties. See the decks. Who's the DJ? You're the DJ.
I'm DJing. We've got other people as well that play.
Oh, man, it's all happening. It's a right sort of
we make a little vibe in
banging
it.
community store. I was showing my wife last night. I was going, look, the boys coming tomorrow, man. Look at their shop. There was one in the street. Everyone's partying.
It's always a good vibe down there. Always a good vibe.
It's a very vibey area, and we're like right bang in the middle of it. And obviously, being a cannabis-based shop,
It's
automatically
going to help. Always brings the right people, man.
But you've got everything there. The Rizzlers. I mean, I always wonder about how you guys do that. Pick all your stuff. There's so much stuff.
Pick it from experience.
As well.
Pick it from experience. Like, just like testing it out as well. Many evenings of testing, for sure.
This is like the gold rush, though. This isn't this like someone was saying to me back in the gold rush days, California. The people that made them money were the people that sucked the shovels. Right now, this stuff that we're seeing from America, the bongs, the nails, the dabbing stuff. This is all new. I mean, this is
for the UK market. It's pretty new, Like definitely, it's hard to get. People don't understand it. Like dabbing still.
We've got some like hand blown glass in the store now, which is like a new addition. And we've always sold glass, but these rigs are really nice, American, like Californian hand blown glass.
And some of the glass is beautiful.
So beautiful.
I'm just as we're talking, I just wanted to
have a little.
Just because what we're doing here, we're just getting some little bit of
so good.
And what I want to do is we got some orange juice, as this is afternoon tea, sort of afternoon breakfast. So what we do is you keep that in there, and that flavours it for a bit. It flavours the.
It's nice where it suspends, isn't it?
Yeah,
where it stays there. It's nice.
All nice terpenes.
Lovely.
Beautiful terpenes from the hills of Cali.
Beautiful.
It's like a cocktail from Hogwarts.
Yeah. It's just an orange juice, but what it's going to do is the terps are going to flavour the orange juice, so you're getting that little more of a little more of a kick to your orange
little
juice.
Combination. What terps are in this one?
This is forbidden fruit.
Lovely.
Mixed with a little bit of orange champagne, because I saw the orange juice and I thought I'd mix the little bits of terps.
Nice.
So yeah, while we're talking, we can. So bringing all that stuff over. Knowing what you're talking
you know what?
about.
Just like getting in the scene, getting to know people that are like bringing it over themselves, and we link up with them, or ordering stuff ourselves directly. But just keeping an ear to the ground, listening, checking out what's new, what's interesting, not having the same products that everyone else has got.
Keeping up must be a problem.
Keeping up. I mean,
it's
just things are flying, things are changing completely. Every few months is a new product. Exactly, like this thing is amazing.
It's a difficult balance as well, because you've got like some of the older heads that just are very set in their ways. Like, you know how it is, they want this exact rolling paper and this exact tip, and they won't roll any other way.
You still have to stock it for them.
And you've got to have those things, but then you also got all the younger crowd that like they're watching Raw on Instagram, or they're watching these people.
You must be training people a lot though. You must be telling them how to do stuff.
I mean
them rigs for me. I tried to add some CBD crystal. I tried to put it on a rig with a nail that kept it 620. Mate,
there's a science to it. There's a science to it. It's not like simple as just like lighting a joint.
I need instruction.
Yeah, no, it's definitely.
You know what? I got into dabbing when I was like 17 or 18, because it was just around the time of like when like California started waking up with the cannabis like big time.
So go for this.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. It's such a different experience, isn't it? It goes so well together.
You're expecting it to almost give you a little bit of a kick as well, because you feel the vapor, but then the orange juice just smooths it so nicely.
Nice.
I've got a tickle in my nose.
That is really good.
Feel like I'm gonna sneeze.
That's really nice.
Sneeze away. We'll edit it out. But no, it's so. But yeah, it's yeah. I've looked at it. You know, I've looked at doing an online store and it's just a vast amount of stuff.
There's so much out there. Like trying to pick what's going to sell, what's not going to sell, and what people are going to like. Like we've, apart from having like really great products, we've gone through loads of shit products as well, or things that we thought, oh, maybe that's going to sell, and it hasn't done well at all.
I mean,
so that's where you learn.
Is it like sell and return? I mean, do you?
We don't do sell or return.
No, but from your suppliers. I mean.
Oh no, no one's doing that anymore. Like back in the day, people would the wholesalers would be doing sell or return, but these days pretty much you're paying for the stuff.
I bet there's loads of stuff you bought that you haven't sold.
Stuff, yes, and then we end up using it ourselves or selling it off cheap or some stuff, giving it away.
Spending a lot.
Someone comes in and buys 100, 200, 300 quid's worth of stuff, and we'll just chuck him in a few bits that we've got just lying around. That's quite common in the shop as well.
Yeah.
But it takes that. It takes you having to do that to work out what sells well.
And online?
Online is a trickier game. Like we've been selling online, but then the whole restrictive nature of CBD and even just like smoking apparatus or smoking products. Some websites will not have it. Some like payment providers won't have it.
Smoking cannons and
It's difficult with cost of living right now because people will prioritise buying they'll buy their rolling paper or they'll buy the things they need, but all the extra fun bits that go along with it that cost a bit of money, they're like, that's a luxury.
Yeah, expensive, but they're still buying Cali though, aren't they?
Yeah.
For fucking 600 quid an hour.
But to them, that's the necessity.
That's
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not. Is it even Cali? It's going in fucking
UK Cali, isn't it? UK Cali.
UK Cali. It's been mad to see that. I suppose we're always looking to America for inspiration like that, right? For apparatus, for what's coming next.
We've got the online store, but we've generally focused most of our energy on the shop, just because we have got that place where people come and speak to us. People come and learn about what we're selling. And
just you two?
Well, I'm running it. Leon's the manager of the shop, and we've got a couple of other people. Momin's in there right now. And then just rolling on its own. And then we've got another guy doing our digital stuff.
I love Portobello Road as well. I used to when I was in boarding school. I got sent to boarding school because I was a bad kid, and they sent me there for. I didn't last for long. And I used to go to the record store above. There was like a flyover.
Yeah.
There's a record store right underneath that flyover. This is
Honest John's.
35 years ago or something. It was a long time. Was he like yellow or something?
There's a few. There's Honest John's. There's Rough Trade. Rough Trade was there downstairs.
Yeah, I do this.
And then there's
15.
There was another one.
I used to get this bushwhacker there.
Yeah.
And I used to get the bushwhacker and bring it back to boarding school.
Nice.
Until I got
Nice.
bored. And then they threw me out of school.
There was another one opposite Tesco. I remember. I can't remember what it used to be called. It was more like a rock music shop. But yeah, now Portobello's got a good vibe, man. There's good things happening at Portobello.
This is a little trick I learned from my ex-brother, Octo.
Yeah.
So he would get the CBD bud from some strange, like $2.20 an ounce. For about an ounce of CBD bud. I needed it, so I got it online quickly. So, but Octo did this. And so I got the terps, I got the CBD, so I put some terps in there and then CBD, and then I smoked the butter.
That's a mad one.
Right?
That's a mad one. And interesting.
What's the name? Remember 460? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he loved it. He absolutely was like, that's the best butter I've ever had. So I thought I'd do a reenact
it, yeah.
I got some jam, I got some croissants. So
big shout to Octo as well.
Big shout to Octo. I miss you, bro.
Innit?
Smells amazing.
Yeah, we sell his cannons as well, so they do well for us.
Yeah,
they're nice, really nicely produced.
I've got a couple.
Nice.
I'll show you the ones I got downstairs. I got some. Me and Octo did a collab, so I got my terps, and then he did the stuff. So I've still got some. I'm debating whether I don't really want to sell them now because he won't make
You're not going to get them anymore.
So look, help yourself, dude. Cross-eyed.
Thank you very much.
I don't know if it's going to work.
Let's
get
in there and see.
So what terps are in there?
So I initially used cantaloupe, but then I thought it wasn't good enough, so I came back to Gelato 41.
Nice.
Okay.
But with the CBD bud, it is a little old, but should be brought back to life with the terps.
Yeah.
Smells good.
So maybe I should try it first so I don't kill anyone.
Go on, you jump in there. We'll be the guinea pigs afterwards.
I just want to make sure it's not. If it's really bad, then.
Let's see.
If it's really bad, you don't have to do it. But It's not going to be. It's going to be fantastic. Oh yeah, that works.
Yeah,
It works.
I'm
works.
jumping. I'm gonna jump in then.
You
You
look
can taste the
confident.
bud. Yeah.
Still smoking.
Yeah, when you press them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, it's strong. There's a strong, smoky
Aroma.
CBD aroma. Really strong. You sort of need
I
the
can smell it as I spread it.
sort of need the jam.
Yeah, it's nice.
Strong though.
It really
Let's
works.
try it without the jam first.
It really works. It's good.
Interesting, I've never done it before.
Yeah, it's almost like,
Wow.
I almost say it's like more savoury.
Yeah.
I mean, I should be eating with something savoury.
You could have like a tomato cheese croissant.
Yeah, I do it very well with mozzarella and tomato. It works unreal. You just,
I'm gonna try a bit with the jam and see if it goes.
It jams it, it mellows it out a little bit.
That bite I just had then was quite strong.
It's strong, maybe over smoke.
I don't think there's such a thing.
With the jam?
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's like
I'm trying to discover and think of other things that it will go with and how to do it. In a minute when I see
I'm guessing you could smoke anything
Yeah.
when you put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have the thing, it will smoke, because if you leave it in there, like Octo did it, he did it 4 times, so I did it 3 or 4 times, and it really smokes it.
I saw when we walked in, you had it going.
Yeah, so just wanted to make sure it was like fully smoked.
No, it's interesting.
No, it's actually crazy.
That's the first time for yeah.
I've never had anything like it, to be fair.
Cheers for that, man.
I've tried a lot
That's
of
what I like to hear.
Nice,
I've
man.
tried a lot of different cannabis infusions, and that is the first time I've ever tried.
This is just a start. I mean,
Herb infused butter.
but,
Yeah.
but that's why this is why I wanted to do this whole sort of podcast afternoon tea thing, because you can even actually need someone who's a chef really that
Yeah.
can come up with some tartlets and stuff, tartlets or something.
That'd be banging. That'd be
Yeah,
banging.
yeah,
That'd be banging.
give the podcast or the sort of bit more je ne sais quoi.
A little bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something
yeah.
no one else is doing
Yeah.
it. No one else is doing it.
Yeah, just a little bit more fun. It's interactive. It's not so boring. You don't have to think of things and questions. You can just chat and roll.
Like, that's the kind. We're doing our own podcast as well, and it's the kind of thing that we try and have a little vague plan of what we want to talk about,
Yeah.
but just let it roll.
Yeah,
And
I
just
saw,
have it
I
much
saw
more.
you as 3 of you in your one, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
like that because it keeps it.
Just a bit more fluid, a bit more interactive, almost like we just chat amongst ourselves a bit more as well. So it's not like we're on the camera, very kind of like, it's not too curated in that sense, but
Well, it's also
quite nice.
We're all really good mates, but we all work together.
Yeah.
So we're like with each other all the time. It's a very comfortable thing.
Well,
I guess,
you want to see that though, is
Yeah.
that, you know.
and
You
usually,
could probably do that more. I mean, just put some cameras in the store.
usually we're like chatting about work
I
and
thought
stuff.
about that, but GDPR stuff, we have to tell every customer walking in, you know you're being filmed, you know you're being filmed. It's like a bit of a nightmare. So we did have the idea of like literally filming the shop and then every week editing it down to like a little.
It's just keeping up with the content all the time. As
crazy,
a brand,
innit?
as a brand
It's crazy.
in this industry,
It's become
you've
so
got-
important.
It's so important.
become so
but then
important.
it's also so annoying when you get amazing content and they just block you and they take your stuff off.
So that's what's been happening lately with Insta for us, is that we're like spending hours doing content, post it, and it tanks at like 20 people, like 20 likes. You're like, what the fuck? Like, what's the point of all this? We're making content for a platform that's making money off the
And it's
content
not like
anyway.
I know that new one, that social, talked about it earlier, that it hasn't really, I mean, it probably can do in time, but
If it works, I'll be.
it needs to be mainstream though. It needs to be a variety of things. It can't
Yeah.
just be cannabis, it needs to be.
It's a bit one-track minded at the moment. It's a bit
Yeah.
kind of like blinkered, isn't it, in a sense?
Also,
Or just make it legal.
Yeah.
Let us do and let, because they can do like alcohol and
this
stuff.
is the problem with what we're trying to
Twitter,
do.
they just opened it up for
Yeah.
America, and you can advertise, or
Twitter.
you can talk about cannabis
Okay.
if you're an American brand, but well, we're an English brand, so what are we supposed
Yeah.
to do?
This is what I was going to say. It's just like it's difficult
America
because
get all the love.
we're talking about how we have all these different clients coming in for their like glass or their rolling papers or whatever it may be. That crowd is great, but realistically, how much profit are you making off rolling papers?
Yeah, it's not a lot.
What we do is we sell CBD. That's what we're experts in, and that's what we're there for in the community. We're there to help people who have like things that they don't want THC for, they don't want to be drinking or going to their doctor about. That's what we're there for.
And they want a product that doesn't give them side effects, like all the stuff that the doctors are giving them.
I mean, I get it now all the time. For me, I haven't got the pain of the overhead of a shop and everything else, but I've got the lab, I've got the brand, and definitely what everyone's, especially now as well, I'm getting it a lot. People need help now. I mean, people are
It's a
writing
stressful
to me
time of
more
life,
time
man.
than
It's
ever,
just- it's
more
stressful.
than ever. Like especially introducing the mushrooms into the range now, and I see you guys have got.
We've got a little range of mushrooms as well.
Introducing that brings more people, lots of people that are depressed, and lots of
With us, I feel like because all of our content was quite based around smoking and having fun and being like yo, cannabis is all right, like it's not actually scary. I think that Instagram and places like that really don't like that. They really don't want us.
They want you to educate people. They want education platforms, profiles. Sorry, but I think it's tricky going from like focusing on recreational almost to now focus a bit more on that wellness.
Yeah.
When I use CBD more on a recreational level myself personally.
Yeah.
So like. Yeah, there's a bit of a juxtaposition there, but
you have to it's finding the right niche for it. But
For
as
sure.
a brand, my journey has been just that. It has been from the making vapes that taste like cannabis, then finding out that the terpenes, the benefits that these have for people, the things I've done. Girls with ADHD who can't sleep, irritable, they can get down to sleeping, the mums, just by rubbing it on the bottom of her foot.
done.
It's just mad. I've got this. I'm going to show you in a second. We're going to do some terp tasting.
Nice,
And
nice.
what I started doing some meditation last year, and it was a good experience. But I struggled to stay without being stoned. I struggled to stay inward.
Yeah.
And after a couple of minutes, I'm thinking about
Other stuff.
other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I find I struggle with. Like, I've tried to do meditation before, and
I've got this is going to be the cure. I'm going to show you. So what you do when you get the terps, you inhale the terps. So what meditation starts, I'm in there, start to wander. I go bang on the terps, mate. I'm like 15 minutes. I'm sort of levitating and shit, bro. I've got my legs crossed and that, and I'm like the golden child. Right?
Floating there.
Golden
Honestly,
child.
these terps are like.
school
So I invented this thing called cannitation.
Oh, wicked.
So it's a normal meditation. I haven't really done much of it. I'm on my own. It's hard to do the content, make all the stuff. I need a partner.
Yeah, you
I
need
need some help. But I'm all on my. I've got my son who's amazing. He helps me out in the lab and everything else. But I started doing these evenings where it's a normal meditation night, but you come, you meditate, but the terps are an extra because you can't use cannabis in meditation because it defeats the object. You need to be pure and clear.
Yeah.
But the terps are reacting. So I think they're much better. I mean, with CBD and terps, they're very much different, but I think terps will be the next big thing because what they actually do is they react with your receptors.
Yeah.
Whereas CBD doesn't. CBD, we know it's not an antagonist. You know it doesn't bind with your CB1 and CB2 like THC does. But certain terps like beta-carotene and stuff like that, they bind with your receptors.
Yeah.
And so that was binding your receptors is causing a communication with the brain, which is probably then down to your serotonin and everything goes there. But it chills me out like you've never believed. It's unreal. So I'll show you in a minute.
Well, like we were talking earlier, like lavender before bed. Everyone knows that it really works pretty fast
On your
within
pillow.
on your pillow.
Pillow spray.
Yeah,
The
man.
problem with terps is stinks of fun.
Yeah.
So I made a cologne once for someone, and they were going through the airport, and all the dogs were
Oh no,
I bet.
that is a joke.
And then like, they open your suitcase and the dog won't leave the bloody
Yeah.
perfume alone.
There's so many ideas I wanted to do, them wax burners, but who want, not many people want a house to spread a weed. I know, and every type is very much different, which you'll see in a minute.
course.
They're very much different flavours and aromas and everything else, but also they're very expensive. You can't.
Don't muck about.
around,
Don't mess about it.
But I mean, the amount of, but for the health benefits of terpenes and CBD and THC all together,
I mean,
it's just amazing.
they probably need definitely like more years of study as well, which have been completely suppressed because of the bloody the drug laws.
They're nowhere near. But in the meantime, the results. What I can only tell things by what I do a lot is I give people to test. So I make things for people and I give them to people and they test them and they tell me what it is and I get the feedback and then I learn from that.
Yeah.
So they can all do their stuff and their research and everything else, but at the moment I'm on the ground, it's a completely legal drug. Terpenes are in everything.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's over the counter. There's no level food. There's no nothing.
For me, terpenes just kind of
That's
they just
amazing.
like awaken your endocannabinoid system, but they just like, because I feel like even though they don't do anything like they don't do anything to make you feel that way. I feel like the way that they unlock it gives you different effects, and that's why you get.
They say, don't they? They say that mycelium opens the receptors larger, so that more THC can flow through.
Eat some mangoes before you smoke.
Yeah, someone said a guy called Mike Burns, a big cannabis guy, said to me the other day, really cool saying. He goes, if THC is the car, terpenes drive it. I like that.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, that's what no one really realizes in this country about the terps and the THC and the cannabinoids where they blend together.
While we're talking, you keep talking. I'm going to move this.
Yep.
And carry on with that blending, terpene together stuff. I love that. This is the perfect time for the kids.
Was he pulling out some more gadgets?
Taste, terp, action, wagwan with things. Alright? You ready? So this is my grandma's cheese. My grandma's cheese block converted into my terp tasting box. Woodies terp tasting box. So what we have here, we have some little terp straws for the testing. Alright. For the more classy test.
Getting serious.
Getting the big boys out.
Yeah, there's
the big boys.
Wow.
One.
So is this intravenous terps, yeah?
Yeah, so basically, yeah. Morning. So, and then the terps themselves. I actually like the smaller straws, actually. They're probably better to taste with. But we'll do right.
Nice.
So these is my struggle. This is the hardest thing in the world to get your hands on. It's the essential oil of the plant itself. So just like lavender, just like eucalyptus, just like all the essential oils that we've got out there, they take the plant, they steam it, they suck out the oil. But the oil in a cannabis plant, the percentage is 3%. There's nothing in there. So a kilo of top grade Cali cannabis, if you were to take that, you'll get 30 mil.
It's nothing, isn't it?
Nothing.
30 mils.
Yeah.
30 mil. So it's the reason why you don't get it much is because it's just too expensive, and people will always go for the CBD or the THC from the plant rather than
maximise what they've got. Yeah.
But what this is for me is the most amazing. I mean, I needed them because of my health problems I had, and these what allowed me to use cannabis again for medical reasons for me. And again, with CBD, it allowed me to stop smoking cannabis by flavouring the CBD to taste like cannabis, to give me the placebo effect, so then I could walk around all day, still stinking of weed, but not high.
Not high.
And completely legal. So, I mean, these have been through customs a lot. They've stripped them apart.
Completely legit.
Comes back and border force wrapped around them. So they're just the essential oil. They can't make it illegal. They're just just like it's the nature's terpenes, but other terpenes with the fake terps and stuff that we have. And that's my problem. I was told I couldn't smoke weed again, so I had to find an alternative way to still enjoy the flavours of the plant, especially them flavours coming out at the time.
Yeah.
Like the worst time ever.
Yeah, there was some amazing flavours around.
Cali was just like Lord Chin, Venom OG, Girl Scout cookie. I'm like,
when you're used to the UK flavours at that point, it was like wow. It was another ball game, wasn't it?
So I've come out of that, and I went on a mission to America, and I met the right people, and I met someone that distills terpenes, and we managed to sort of bespoke distill them because you just can't buy them. I mean, I think a company called Blue River, but they won't sell out of America, so you have to only buy if you're in there. So anyway, enough. So what we're going to do. So what we'll do, we'll start with these little ones because they're nice and disposable. And so this is it's the variation of different flavours and different things. So this is a fruity flavoured terpene. So this is pineapple upside down cake.
Nice. Upside down cake.
Upside down cake. So all you do is you take the straw, and you just like you're smoking a joint that's not lit.
Okay. So it's like. It's like nothing there, but it's there. It's so weird.
That is one of the craziest.
You know when you dry pull in a zoo?
Yeah.
Like, just to get the flavour of it, yeah. It's just that, innit?
It's dry pulling as well.
You know, before it's lit.
But what it does is it
That is so
calms me though. You feel a sense of calmness.
I almost feel like I do like a ghosty with it. You know what I mean? It's like, it feels so present in my mouth, but there's nothing there.
There's nothing there. But
That's what I mean. It's like,
but it is still hitting your receptors as the sort of the entourage effect, as it were, without
We
any
love the entourage
cannabinoids,
effect.
basically. So
We
that
love
is
it.
the driver of the entourage effect that mixes with the cannabinoids that helps deliver it to your body in different ways. This is how, in fact, is how sativa and indica works.
Yeah.
Different levels of terpenes and different levels of cannabinoids create the indica or sativa.
the latest carts that we do have in the shop have got real cannabis terpenes in them, and we do a day version and a night version because we select flavours that are like sativa or indica.
Blue Dream.
Yeah, exactly. But at the moment we've got honey grapefruit as a daytime, and it's like the limonene in there is really uplifting.
Exactly.
It's really nice.
Exactly. I love talking to people that know what they're talking about. I love it. This is Gelato 41.
Okay.
So this is where you have a nice fruity taste. You have the fruity one, and this is what the same flavours that I do in my vapes.
Okay.
So in your shop you could do this. You know, have a flavour tasting with people.
This is amazing. Like, we could do like
So
a
this
little
is
event for it.
Gelato 41. This is a fantastic, fresh strain from America, dude. It's strong. It's powerful.
Such a different flavour.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so different, isn't it? It's so nice, like
completely
complete
other way.
contrast.
Yeah,
Complete other
it's
way.
completely fucking on it.
It's like what you were saying earlier about sativa and indica. We were chatting about this before. It's like actually saying sativa and indica is completely outdated. Everything now is a hybrid, and it's all about terpene profile.
Anything to sativa.
Because you get-
The THC is too strong. It wipes everything out.
But you could have something that's typically sativa, but with a different terpene profile. All of a sudden, it's like this could be way more relaxing.
Yeah, I mean they say with the vapes, it happens now and again. People ask for a sativa and indica, and it's difficult because it's either, you know, in America it's THC, CBD, CBD. You know, you need the combination that Mother Nature put together really to make it that sativa indica.
And I guess it depends on who you are as well. Because if you're like struggling to sleep, one, it could be because of stress or anxiety or something. So something like limonene might actually be better for that because it relieve you of your it make you feel more uplifted, so you feel more content. Otherwise, if it's because of I don't know, back pains or something, maybe you want Humulene or Myrcene or
I mean, but it needs to be so much research still needs to be done.
So much more research.
There's so much about once they get them combinations right and it's like a needle in a haystack. Different combination there, different combination there.
This is so creamy.
So this one, it's nice.
So nice,
And the CBD vape are even better. This is wedding cake. Going now to the more cakey cake. Especially you boys that know your strains as well, so you can identify with them.
That tastes so much like a natural gelato. I remember having a gelato 33 years ago, and I've never tasted it since. That's
that's like this original.
That's the 41 though.
That's the 41,
That is really good. That wedding cake's nice. It's almost. It definitely tastes like it's almost like biscuity a little bit.
Oh.
It's really creamy.
Wow.
But zingy at the same time.
That's maybe my favourite so far.
I almost feel like I've got to breathe something out when you
I keep going.
There's nothing there.
Do you feel sort of relaxed after that?
Yeah.
I feel super chilled.
It's hard. It's quick hitting as well, isn't it?
It's weird. There's no cannabinoids in that.
It's like
It sort of proves the entourage effect is what it does to me. Because a lot of people are speculative about that. They're like, it doesn't exist. Just the fact that that terpenes on their own can make you feel chilled and relaxed. I feel like I could have a little nap now.
The way I think about it is like the plant is like a complete thing anyway. So obviously when all those things are together, it does the best effect because they're designed to work together. They balance each other out.
But I quite like the thing as well. I like the dissection of it. Also
clever. Do we have to use certain parts for different things?
Also, what I like as well is you know what you've got because I've done loads of research and studies on weed. I did all this stuff in Israel with this guy. I've read up on him a lot, and he was using RSO, and he was saying that there's 147 cannabinoids with only 65 or something have been discovered. So there's 80 cannabinoids that you actually don't know.
You don't even know
what they do.
And what
and
they're doing to
some of them, if you've got a cell problem, i.e. cancer, and you're taking RSO, and you don't know half what's really in there could be a good chance. And he's done studies where he's got tumours and he's tried them on different plants and RSOs, and some of the tumours have sped up quicker and reacted. So we don't actually know
what's going on.
What's in that plant?
You know, it's because of the suppression of information and the war on drugs and all this bullshit. So excuse my language, but that kind of thing is just like suppressed like research completely. That's the problem, and that's definitely a problem. Like
it's the problem with, like, I was reading something the other day that 5,000 kids went to hospital last year in England because of edibles. Right? In Cali, 25 kids.
That's crazy.
Right? Yeah. Because you're educated in America, because it's legal. You're educated, don't take that. There's warning signs on there and all that. Here you get
like taboo still, isn't it?
Because it's illegal, it's not regulated.
They want to get it, and you don't know what's in it.
It's not. It could just be a bag of sweets on the side with no writing on that. Yeah. So again, it's.
I'm all for like regulation on that, to be honest, because then you know what you're buying. The same way you go to the
you don't know what
you're
you're
buy a beer, you know what's in it. You go and buy wine, you know how strong it is.
That's why people go to the doctors even, because they know it's regulated.
Yeah, they know whatever.
I saw Jungle Boys. They're unbelievable in their packaging. You scan the thing, let the plant where it's born.
What day was picked and cut and hung to dry.
How long it was dry.
But that's perfect. That's what I want to see.
Sprayed by some.
That's what I want to see. That
gangsters.
Jungle Boys have always been ahead of the game.
They've been doing that thing for years.
Listen, it's a medicine. For me, it's a medicine and a lifestyle. Whether it's the terpenes, whether it's the CBD, or whether I need some CBN.
I want one of these all day.
I'm gonna give you I'll show you my next invention in a little bit, dude. Which I'll go on to. So
good.
Ideally,
so interesting.
My real reason for inviting you here today is to, I want to get in the shop, Dave. I've never really sold anything in the shop, and I never really wanted to be in anyone else's shop. But I see your shop, and I'm like, I need to get some love in there.
Yeah.
So I bought some products to sort of give you a little quick demo.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. To see if it tastes. Let's go. We removed there was some more terps there, but there was a lemon cherry gelato. Do you know what? Do you want me to leave you with the lemon cherry, I'll leave you with the lemon cherry.
This is the beauty of being in the game like this, isn't it? Yeah. Having days like this is amazing.
I love it, though. It's like before we started. This is the greatest day ever. Man. And we get to talk about weed and do mad stuff. I love it.
Amazing, thank you.
And it's the passion that we all have for the plant itself. So it's got lemon cherry G.
That one is
lemon cherry G.
Because it's like you can taste the gelato like really strong at the beginning.
You got like a sour sweet edge,
fruitiness.
It's beautiful. They're beautiful. I mean, for me,
these are wicked.
Without them, but this is great for you in the store. You can. I mean, I've got loads of them, so you can sit there, have a little terpene thing, you sit people down, you go have a little thing on that.
Let's talk about this, because if we're going to maybe do a little thing with your vapes.
Yeah, I can do a little in-store terp demonstration.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
that'd be wicked.
In-store.
Wood over.
I love this shit. This is like the greatest day of my life.
I don't know.
Right, so let's have a look at some products. Right. I need a little cup, man. A little cup.
A little shot.
A little
top up.
Top up, man. Help yourself.
Thank you.
So,
what have we got here?
So, products. Obviously, we've got the vape pens.
Yep.
So, the vape pens, we've got all the different, we've got the fruit flavours, we've got the cannabis flavours, we've got one I tried to do was like a cannabis fruit ensemble. The idea was it smells like weed. No, smells like fruit, tastes like weed.
Okay.
It was hard to try and get lots of testing.
Yeah, imagine.
Did okay, but some people liked it, but I don't sell as many as I do. Obviously, the main ones are the cannabis ones. Then I go a bit more terp crazy, so I've got these sweeties.
Just terps.
So just terps, again, no novel food problems, nothing like that. So it's just terpenes and the sweeties,
I think they'll do well in the shop.
Yeah, I mean they
Give us a little batch, we'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, I'll give you a batch of them. These are really cool. So these are the canna crystals. I've got into when I told you about the meditation thing.
Yeah.
So when I was doing the meditation, I got the crystals out, I had the headband, it was all ready.
Got
So
proper.
but what I do with these, like, I was interested in the crystals, especially things like quartz, because I quite find it interesting about how it keeps with the watches. Like you have a quartz crystal in every watch because it basically keeps the time accurate. So it doesn't. It needs something for it to go through to keep it balanced. So the second is always a second.
Yeah.
So I find crystals quite fascinating.
Definitely interesting subject.
Yeah, and I went to the Els Court Crystal Show, and I've never seen so many birds. I mean, it was fantastic. It was like, honey, yeah, I'm not going to go to the strip club. I'm going to the crystal show. I mean, there were crystals everywhere, big crystal, but for $9,000 as well. Some of them, everyone was buying these crystals,
crazy.
And they're putting them in their bras and doing all this stuff with them. I'm like, what is going on? So I wanted to try and mix the crystal scene with the cannabis scene. So what I did is I went out and got these crystals, unpolished crystals, and I soaked them in terps. So the idea again is if you're meditating, or I put them by the bed. So it's nice to have the crystals by the bed, but if I can't sleep, I'll just open the bag and I'll go give it one of them, and I'll just bust the terps in.
Really chill.
It's funny how Geshe is better. I don't know. Use the there we go. So I'm not a fan of that one. So you get the terps. These are actually CBD terps.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, these are CBD terps that my son used. But
nice. Feel alright.
Right, and
that's an interesting combination of product together.
Just to try and make it,
So people are buying them and keep it in the bag.
Yeah, and they just use it to sort of sniff before bed, or when they're meditating or doing their meditation to keep them more focused. So you can use these for your meditation.
Yeah.
So the meditation, you'll hit that before you meditate, and then you'll meditate that way, or just inhale it through.
That one I almost felt something when I inhaled it. Not I just felt like a calm.
That's what I mean. It's mad.
Yeah, that was.
It's mad. It's mad. So some crystals.
I've never seen anything like that.
Mad, yeah, that's really interesting to see something new. This is what I like. What we were talking about earlier about like what kind of products are in the shop, and this is the kind of shit that I want to see in the shop because it's different, it's new.
Yeah, because I'm trying, and because I'm making myself, I don't have to rely on manufacturers and all that, and I know what's in it.
Waiting times, you know exactly that. Yeah, that is another reason why we did our own oil. Because so many oils were like flooding the market, and I was like, hang on. I want to know exactly what's in this oil, so I'm going to go and make it ourselves. And we literally got this person to do this bit, this person to do that bit, put it together, and I
mean, it's hard to scale, and for me, it's hard to scale because I don't want anyone else making my products, and I know that I can get other companies to do it as long as I design them and make sure they're my recipe. Then, because it's years of experience. Like these are mushroom.
Nice.
Mushroom tablets. So what I do is this is like a mixture. I've got lion's mane, reishi, turkey tail, cordyceps, and what I do is I add terps as well.
Nice.
So there's
another interesting product. I haven't seen anyone else doing that.
So adding terps to the shrooms
that's wicked.
I usually put a little drop of terps in there, so when you open the bag, you get like a whiff.
Nice.
Clever.
But yeah, so these are gone mad.
Yeah.
Mushrooms have gone mad.
The packaging's sick as well.
The mushrooms have just gone off the hook. I mean, I love it. People are super keen, interested, especially lion's mane. Lots of people because there's more education on lion's mane at the moment. So that's been really good.
I think the coffees, they broke the kind of mushroom game in a way. Yeah. People seeing it mixing it with coffee, and now obviously they want to see it in other products. So
hot chocolate's fantastic with chaga and stuff like that. So there's some great ones. And then I took then this is something that isn't out yet. It's about to be launched. It's something. The packaging is good. It's just not shiny because my mum insisted on having biodegradable.
So have you found biodegradable Mylos then, Because I was like, we were looking for these for ages. A year ago, you can find them.
Got them.
Amazing.
These are it.
Yeah.
So I found these. So basically, Mum's big into natural health. So I said, let's do a collab.
Yep.
So we call it Joe. She's got a brand, an organic brand called Joe Wood Organics.
Nice.
So Joe Woodies.
Nice.
So she brings the maca powder, the Hishu root, and the astragalus root to the equation, and I bring the mushroom blend with the terpene. So we basically mixed our both brands together to make a pill called Longevity, which is just an all-over pill to help homeostasis. Really, it makes your hair thick. It's all different. That Hishu, they're all fucking amazing, different. You can't be doing any wrong taking them. So these are going to come out soon. Mum's going to help launch them on her channel, so she's going to do that.
That's really nice.
That's a little bit of a
like
son and mother collab. She is my what's her name? I go to a lot about anything that's not cannabis related. I go to her. What do I do with this mum? Matcha and different green tea and stuff. This is a different oil as well. So this is a terp oil. Again, I don't know. My son made this morning. I told him, but I'm not sure what terps he used. So this is just. It's just terps, no CBD. So it tastes of weed. Have a little go. So no CBD. It's just the terpenes in there with some MCT. It's just it's like a more research needed.
More research needed. It's another interesting way of.
But it makes I feel good.
Administering it.
I feel good. It's not many people I've sold it to be fair, and it hasn't really been. I haven't really made a big thing about it, but for me, it's quite nice as a weed smoker. I love the taste of weed anyway.
Yeah, tastes weedy. That's for sure.
Yeah, so I
Definitely
like some nice little thing. Then we got
that was tasty.
The balm.
Nice.
CBD balm that I use with for it's a menthol, and there's all sorts of mad menthol stuff I put in there.
It's good.
So that's a nice little balm for that sort of.
What's the base made from?
I use shea butter. I use shea butter, almond oil, some hemp oil, CBD crystals, distillate, crystal menthol, camphor.
Camphor,
And then some vitamin E oil as well. So nice little thing. Handmade in there, in the lab down there.
All natural.
Yeah.
All natural. Destroys the lab, makes a mess, but it's fine. So we've got the mushrooms, the vapes, the crystals.
Got some good bits, man.
Terps. I think that's about it. Oh, the book. This is for you, actually. This is for you. So this is just something it sounded like a good idea at the time. I was on a long flight. Right now, I thought I'm going to write a book on weed. Okay. Because I wanted to have a coffee table book in a meeting with weed. I was having a meeting with an investor, and I wanted to sit with the book and have a nice cannabis book on the table. I couldn't find one. So I left that meeting, got on the plane. I was flying to America, 12-hour flight, and I thought So I wrote out all the chapters and what each one wanted. And I started writing. Then for about a month, I started writing it out. Realised I was shit. Realised I couldn't write. So then I got my mate, give her 1,500 quid. She started writing it. Then I went on Instagram, found all my favourite photographers of cannabis.
Nice.
Done all that. So basically, what it is, it's like a little history of cannabis, just like everyone knows from the first sightings of it.
Yeah.
Then really, what I wanted to do is to bring people up to date. Chat. It's something you go to people and chat. It's only because we in the community we know what we're talking about, but most people don't know what.
Generally, people don't know. No, not at all. Trying to explain to them in the shop when you sell it, it's like they're like wax.
So now I just go buy the book.
Nice.
So look, this is the book. It's Woodies One's way.
Nice. That is sick.
But yeah, I just thought it'd be nice for the shop. People can come in and sit down. It's all about different chapters and different endocannabinoid system and terpene wheels and.
That's really nice.
Edibles. I've got some great pictures. It was really fun finding the pictures. Look at that baby. All the waxes and stuff. Trying to explain to people, what's the revolution in cannabis that is today. So it's such a beautiful, amazing plant that I'm sure is not from this earth. I'm sure
It's such a mad plant, isn't it?
It's for such a. It causes so much.
Controversy.
Everyone's talking about it all the time. None of the other plants don't get that sort of attention.
No.
You know, so this is for you guys.
Lovely, man.
Thank
you very much.
I'll scribble a little thing in there. Yeah, for the boys.
Sick. Thank you. Appreciate that. We'll definitely put it in the shop.
You know, it was good. So yeah, so it'd be good to have a
My dad
little.
will be close on to read it, I reckon.
Yeah.
He loves it.
It'd be good to have a
Amazing.
a little presence in there, dude.
Definitely.
Now the
piece de resistance.
pièce de resistance, right? So I definitely started this year with thinking about medical and just wanting to help more people and try and I linked up with a clinic and a pharmacy, and people come to me now and they're always asking about cannabis. You know, I don't want to get in trouble, so I can direct them to a pharmacy now and a chemist where they can get a legal prescription and everything's good. So medicals, for the THC side of things, I think I've got that covered. If people want THC, yeah, you can come to me, but I'm going to take you to a clinic with proper doctors and everything else, and they can interview you and make sure you're not psychosis.
It's insane that we can't talk about it openly, innit? Or you know, we give advice.
Yeah, well, now you can.
Because if you're doing
medical
the
cannabis
you're doing,
is legal.
then
Medical cannabis is legal, and it has been since 2018. So you couldn't, if you want to write to, even any of us, and I'm more happy to direct you to people, because people are in pain.
Yeah, there's people that need it. There's people that need it. They should need it.
And rather than get myself in trouble,
of course,
because people are crying and email me at 3 a.m. because they're in so much pain from fibromyalgia or whatever, I can say go speak to some people that can really help. So unfortunately, there's some oils now you can get, and there's flour, and they make you smoke that massive.
Oh, the bag.
Okay, no, I see my granny on that one. And that's why I keep saying, I keep seeing on these clinics, they keep saying anxiety, anxiety is bad, anxiety is completely wrong. THC is not for anxiety. I think what they've done is they've got confused.
A lot of people think that you're going to smoke a joint and it's going to reduce your anxiety.
It's not.
No,
it's going to make it worse.
It's going to make it worse.
This is the fucking cure.
Nice.
This is just the terpenes from the plant. No THC, no CBD, no cannabinoids whatsoever.
Okay.
The idea is that you get an anxiety attack and you're feeling anxious, you take it like a Vicks and you sniff it, right? So, because you like the gelato so much, there's the gelato sniffer, right? And you've got the Cashmere Kush or the Jealousy. The Cashmere Kush is probably the stronger of the two.
I'll go for the Cashmere Kush then. Lovely.
Right.
Can't say it's going to be.
I love a bit of Kush anyway.
Right. So take that. Tend to get an anxiety attack.
Let's have a go and see.
Right, and have a little sniff. No one's used them before. They're completely unused. Get them right up there.
Wow. It really
dude.
It's like I don't know. It almost feels like it's cleared my nose out as
well.
It's
weird, dude. It's purely cannabis strain. That's all that is. Pure cannabis. There's no dilution. There's no anything else in there. Now, if you've got an anxiety attack, right, and
it's banging, isn't it?
You feel like you're breathing gelato flavour.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's almost like, I don't know if it's it feels like it's maybe heated up a little bit. It's almost
it's a little bit awake.
Like a little
it also feels medical. It feels like you're medically treating yourself.
It feels like my nostril has had a cold shower.
It's
like awake. It's
you get a little bit of a tingle in there.
So these prototypes or they?
Yeah, so these are just prototypes. This is just me fucking about.
So
I'm really
I took it from these to doing the terps with these to I wanted a more portable way to take your terps.
This is so sick.
That would sell.
Innit?
That would sell.
It's sick.
That's innovative. It's different. And in fact, because a lot of people are interested in it, but they're scared about getting high still. So you have to explain to them CBD doesn't get you high. It hasn't got THC in it. It's broad spectrum. Blah blah blah. This is with no cannabinoids. It's gonna be it's a whole new market almost.
It's cannabis. But it works though, dude. I feel calm from them.
Yeah.
It is the most amazing little thing that I.
All these terms got me feeling really nice. And it's really nice.
Cheers, mate. Who needs THC?
Yeah, it's hard to explain because I'm definitely not high.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not I don't have that CBD feeling,
relaxed.
but I feel
there's anti-anxiety. There's no anxiety. There's no it's just it's mad, dude.
That was clever. I'm really impressed. Really impressed.
So that is my big thing
No, when you're ready for this,
it won't be long.
We can put that in the shop. We can put that in the shop for sure.
End of next week.
So guys, if anyone's watching this, like, come to the shop soon. We'll have them there. Obviously, hit up the website as well.
Changing the game.
Yeah,
one step at a time.
This is pretty sick.
But test them out. I'll give them to you. Have a little look. Test them out.
I was gonna say, how long does the smell last?
I don't know.
Yeah, we have to work it out.
I don't know. Literally, I was sitting there the other week, and I was looking at other ways to do it, and I see my son had a Vicks thing. I went, oh, and I went on Amazon. I said, can I get any Vicks things? So I got a load of stuff, like 100 of them from Amazon, and I was like, oh, sweet. And then I thought, oh, I want to, because I don't want to brand them. I don't want to brand them Woodies because I think they're just. It's more medical for me.
Yeah.
Woodies is more of a recreational style thing. It doesn't strike you as a medical brand.
You can see these being sold in Boots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Literally.
Yeah. Well, it's over the counter.
Delete that name. I don't want to get free promo, but.
But yeah, it's what's the name? It's you know, sorry, I mean now the terms are messing with my brain. But they actually work, and they actually work good. I mean, everyone I've given them to. And I think that's what they're for. They're for anti-anxiety.
Yeah.
Without the cannabis, I think when the doctors and everyone are saying they're getting it confused. It's the terpenes they need, not the cannabinoids.
Yeah. For
so
sure.
I think that's where that is.
Definitely, let's talk about it, man. When you're ready with the product.
I reckon I'll be ready in 2 weeks.
Shout me. Let's do it.
I'll be ready.
We'll do a little box in the shop. We'll see how they're moving.
Yeah, I mean, we'll give a little freebie day.
Yeah.
Give them away for free.
Yeah, we'll do a little feedback.
You know, as long as you fill in the form and give it, because that information, that data,
you need it, innit?
It's crucial for me, especially with something like that. And all the one people I've given to, I mean, dude, I've just given to 2 of the most, you know, prestigious fucking weed motherfuckers in the country, bro. Fucking the owners of fucking OTHERSIDE, bro. And they're fucking, if you guys are sitting there going, my man's thinking dollar, and you're thinking fucking nice.
They're definitely very sellable as well because they're not anything scary.
Yeah.
And they're cheap. $4.99.
You don't even have to market them as anything to do with cannabis.
Everyone recognises this thing as well.
Law.
Yeah, everyone recognises the packaging. Like, it's not nothing different, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and it's going to help people. I mean, the people I've given it to, they're really.
Well, I'll tell you now, there's definitely people out there with anxiety. Like, we get people coming in all the time.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say before as well. Like, one of the mad things for us is like, because of what we're selling, half the people are almost too anxious to even talk about what they want us, or to come in and speak to people, or like, because that's what they're stuffing with.
It's like illegal, isn't it?
So,
I mean, it's just ridiculous. But you know,
otherwise,
one
this
step
is
at a time.
This is another barrier breaker. This is another
to explain to people how
to bridge that gap a bit between what we can use properly and it's not scary and it's actually great.
I mean, the plant is so many faculties to it. I mean, dude, I had like a skin thing on my leg, like you know, you'd be worried about it really. I think, what the fuck is that little lump that's come up? So I thought, oh, maybe I've got to get that checked out. So I thought, you know what, I want to bust some RSO on it. So I put some RSO in it, put a blast, because I picked it a few times and it was bleeding.
Yeah.
So I put the RSO in it, I put some gaffer's tape around my leg, because I did it and I did it without the gaffer's tape, and I got on the sofa and
wiped
got
all
RSO all over the side. It's like Alcantara sofa, and Mrs. fuming. So thinking, mate, so
never get that
out. No, never out. So I come up with next time with a bit of gaffer's tape. So a bit too late now. And honestly, I took it off 2 days later, and it was half the size. I went, oh my god! I kept it. I did it for like a week. It was gone.
Yeah.
What
No, it's definitely, like you said before, it's come from another planet. This thing, it's come from another planet. This plant.
I mean, it's just
and the way we react with people, animals, like we're built to use it. I mean, we're definitely.
Well, it fits. The THC clings to your receptor like an identical key. Because you've got the what's the name, the anandamide and 2AG and all that sort of stuff. So it's which is our body's cannabinoids, but you've got cannabinoids that match that.
Got receptors
but
for
weed
it.
outdates us by far. Like, we did a little video on the origins of cannabis, the history of it, and like
have a look at that first 3 chapters there.
We did a little video chat about it, and the most ancient documents there are often are
made from cannabis,
made from hemp or about hemp. The most ancient medicines there are there's fossils found from before humans were even
Oh yeah,
on the
like
planet.
fossils of weed and shit, and there's some plateau or something they found a load of cannabis flowers on. So
Well, we found
It's been here
the
longer
first
than
people
us.
to have a hotbox, isn't it? Remember that video on hotbox?
Santhians.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have one more. This is my favourite time of the podcast. The pièce de resistance, the edible, terp flavoured cannabis bubbles.
This is insane.
I've never heard of anything
Willy
like it.
Wonka shit.
Mad,
right?
mad.
So basically, they're edible bubbles filled with terps, and so you've got to try and catch them in your mouth. best to suck in. Go.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, there you go. Right.
This is nuts.
They
taste amazing though.
I've never
That is
experienced something
mad.
like this in my life.
This is like next.
Terp bubbles, bro.
You're crazy. This is
I'm
like.
living the dream.
They're wicked, bro.
Get this in the shop.
How
They're
often do you do
wicked.
this?
Oh my god.
Second time.
Yeah, I thought maybe it's something you do
That
just secretly, just when everyone else is home.
No, dude,
Just
I
turn on the bubble machine quickly.
I saw the edible bubble thing, and I thought, right, I must be able to make them taste of weed because everyone's taste mix. It was like a thing, mix the flavour with the bubble. No, let's make them taste of weed.
That is nuts.
So it's a true stoner experience. That one.
Yeah,
That is different, man.
That
That
is.
is. Like, I did not expect this for
When
that to happen today.
When it's
I
all
love it.
legal over here, you're gonna have
Oh,
the best.
the fucking best time ever.
time.
But thank you, bro. Huh?
Killed it.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
so
bro.
sick.
Killed
I
it.
really
I hope that was
enjoyed
my
it.
first sort of like.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I'm a bit like, what the hell just happened? So different.
But fun though, right?
Yeah, amazing. That's
Thank you for coming. I really, I'm honoured
Appreciate it, man.
to have
It's
you
been
come, and
lovely to taste all the terps and just have a chat and
it's lovely.
It'd
Yeah.
be sick to get you on our one as well. So
Yeah, I'm coming.
We can ask you about
I'll come to
how
the
this
shop.
all happened.
Yeah. I'll come to the shop, the
Our
party.
little podcast is about talking to other people in the industry as well, as,
Yeah,
you,
so
as you
then-
know, and yeah, you're obviously one of the other figureheads in the
Let's
industry,
go,
so
dude.
let's do it, man.
Let's go, and I'm
Definitely
coming
got-
with a big box of products as well.
Definitely
so-
got an
be in
interesting
touch.
thing to say, man. This is
Yeah.
I've got to say I've been working in this industry for like what 5 years now, maybe myself, and I've never seen some of these products before ever like this.
He loves that.
Yeah,
I know you like.
the
But you're gonna give that to
bubbles
the
I never
missus. So do
see.
you want to give this one to the missus?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Give that one to the
Absolutely
missus.
love that.
Get that.
You're
Thank you very much.
legend.
Somewhere,
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate that.
You're a
Thank you for the
legend.
book as well. That.
Right, dude. First of its kind. First attempt. I hope you boys liked that, enjoyed that. The
Really,
sort
really
of
sick.
Woodies podcast cannabis experience. Back next time. Check these boys out. What's the
Other side
Catch us on
London.
socials, Other Side London, all one word, or Other Side Cannabinoid Dispensary on YouTube. But if you type in Other Side London CBD, you'll find us everywhere. Website, etc. I've got the shop in Portobello Road.
greatest,
This has been
the
sick.
greatest head shop in the world.
Thank you.
Get some Woody stuff there soon as well.
Incoming.
Yeah, nice one.
Bless.
Wicked man. Boom. Later.